All right, so we're going to do a little activity called Google Hangouts, and we're going to do a little practice with punctuating dialogue. For this, you're going to end up needing a partner. So somebody in your crew that you can have a conversation with through Google Hangouts. So right now, I want you to figure out who your partner is going to be. It's going to be a silent activity. You don't need to be next to this partner. In fact, you can stay right in your seat for it. So teachers, if you need to pause right now so students can pick out a partner, or if you need to assign partners, make sure everybody has at least one partner that they can talk to. All right, so this is what you need to do now. Now you've got a partner. Everybody needs to go into their Gmail. So you're going to need to go into your Gmail. You've got a little icon down here to click on to go into your Gmail. And once you get into your Gmail, you're going to find right here where it says Hangouts. And you're going to need to find your partner's name. For me, I'm going to use my daughter, Alyssa. And as soon as her name pops up, I'm just going to simply click on it. And as soon as I do that, a little chat box comes up right here. So right now, I'd like you to find your partner's name and get that little chat box opened. Once you find your partner, just a quick hi to make sure that you found them and they found you. So just go ahead and do that. I'll pause a second for you to find your partner. All right, now that you found your partner, we're going to start the activity. So here's what it looks like. You're looking at this, these are the directions, and I will give you an example, and then I want you guys to have a little practice time. So this is a silent activity. And so with a partner, you're going to write a dialogue back and forth, discussing your week or maybe something that you're looking forward to over the weekend. You've got to punctuate it correctly, and you're going to write in the third person just for this practice purpose so that you can put in the right punctuation. So take a look right here how it would look. You have the quotation marks. How was your weekend? Question mark, quotation marks. Mrs. P asked, and then there's a period at the end. Here's our quotation marks. It was great. See the comma, quotation marks. Rosie responded, and the period at the end. What did you do? Mrs. P inquired. I played mini golf at Craig's Cruisers. And then we've got our comma right here and our end punctuation. You notice that it's just a conversation written down. It's what would happen if it was inside a book or the actual words that are coming out of their mouth. So right now, Alyssa and I are going to show you how this is done. And then I want you and your partner to practice writing dialogue back and forth. All right, so let's take a look. I'm going to start this off, and I'm going to write to Alyssa. Notice that I'm having proper punctuation and end marks and quotation marks. The quotation marks only go around the words that would actually come out of my mouth. So I wrote to Alyssa, how was your week? What did you do? Asked Mom. And now she's going to write back to me. And she's going to be sure to have quotation marks around the words that come out of her mouth, as well as some end punctuation inside the quotation marks and at the very end of her sentence. And she wrote back to me. It says, my week was great. I played with the kittens. And she's got an exclamation point. Alyssa responded. The one thing, she doesn't need a capital R there. So she'll make sure and remember that next time she'll have a lowercase one. And I'm going to write back to her. Whoops. I'm going to try to write back. Notice I put a comma there and then my quotation marks. So I wrote back, I love our kitten room. Nestor is my favorite, replied Mom. And I'm going to wait for Alyssa to write back to me. And all along, we're trying to make sure that we're using the correct punctuation We're using the correct end marks. Notice the capital letter right at the beginning of the dialogue. And Alyssa wrote back to me, "I love Bug. She's so soft," Alyssa replied. So right here, our job is to have that conversation going back and forth. So what I want you to do is I want you to have a conversation that goes back and forth with your seat partner. If you want to, you can put this into full screen so that it's bigger. And so you're going to see me put this into full screen. And you can see where she put, "Whoops," Alyssa replied. Again, she doesn't need to capitalize that R. She can just keep that lowercase right there. And make sure that you're having fun while you're writing and having a conversation using dialogue. Teachers, if you can just kind of walk around the room and take a quick peek to make sure that students are having a conversation and they're using quotation marks, that would be excellent. Have some fun with this. Maybe take about 5-10 minutes on it.